Welcome all. My name is Hannah Hillen and I am Metadata and Publisher Outreach Specialist at Open Metadata. And I'm here today with my colleagues Toby Steiner, who is Product Manager, and Vincent van Gerven, who is one of the directors. So this active session will explore how publishers of open access books can liberate metadata flows across the open access landscape. And in the introductory presentation, I'll demonstrate the capabilities of Open Metadata, a non-profit community interest company dedicated to advancing open access publishing and supporting the scholarly community by providing innovative metadata management and distribution solutions tailored to tackle the problems of getting open access works into the book supply chain, which ensures their long-term accessibility and sustainability. So following the presentation, we'd then like to engage participants in an open discussion of the topics raised to learn more about attendance backgrounds, needs and recommendations, with an aim to scope applicability of the proposed workflows to different national contexts and correspondence specificities. We'd love to know if any publishers hold any reservations towards open data and what barriers you may be facing to opening up your workflows. So what is the problem? Open access publishers often struggle with metadata management and dissemination. Metadata management is a lot of work if you do it manually, and it can involve managing multiple spreadsheets. And all dissemination channels require different types of output with different specs. So if you're doing things manually, you have to then write custom scripts to export your metadata to different types of ONIX files, KBAT records, not to speak of generating your own Mark 21 records. Commercial solutions are expensive. Fully open access publishers often operate as a non-profit, are scholar-led, or are connected to scholarly societies. They therefore don't have the financial means to buy the commercially available solutions. Open source solutions are not available, and even if you were to use a commercial system, they are tailored to closed access materials and distribution channels. Furthermore, open access book metadata from commercial vendors delivered to libraries is often low quality, and open license information is often stripped out, and records are impoverished to the lowest common denominator. And finally, open access book metadata are often not explicitly released under an open license. Licensing metadata under anything than that is more anything that is more restrictive than a Creative Commons zero license. And we think here, for example, the way OCLC licenses metadata is a bad and untenable practice, since this requires, by definition, metadata about contributions to the record. These problems are the reason we started Open Metadata as part of the community-led open publication infrastructures for monographs, better known as COPIM project in 2019. And since 2022, we're incorporated as a non-profit registered in the UK, community-owned and managed by stakeholders from the open access publishing ecosystem. Our software is open source with the entire code base available under an open license on GitHub. Tote is made for open access, but supports non-OA as well. As a community interest company, we first of all serve and support the open access book publishing community. But at the same time, we recognise that there are many hybrid and mixed model publishers out there that suffer from the same type of software inadequacies as open access publishers. So our data model and database are agnostic as regards to the openness of the publication contained in the records. We fully support integration of persistent identifiers such as ORCID for contributor identities, RAW for institution identities, and DOI for digital publication identities, as well as the open theme subject classification schema. Our software allows the exporting of multiple output formats and specifications, including CSV, MARC, ONIX, KBAT, and BibText. As such, it provides high-quality metadata on both book and chapter levels. This screenshot shows how a metadata record for a book looks in the Tote catalogue, and the export availability down the left-hand side under the book image cover. There are several ways to connect and interact with the Tote database via the website, but also via two open APIs. And all of our metadata are CC0 licensed. We currently have more than 60 publishers from a variety of regional contexts using the Tote platform and services. The Tote catalogue contains over 2,800 book records and 13,000 chapter records. On a daily basis, we are onboarding new publishers and ingesting new records. And what do publishers get when they use Tote? Anyone can download the code base from our GitHub and just run Tote on their own server if they wish to do so. But if you want to use Tote hosted on our services, we offer 3 different packages. First of all is Tote Free, which is available to any publisher at no cost at all. We just generate a login for you, and then you can use Tote with full metadata management options. Tote is currently integrated with the open source book production platform Open Monograph Press, and we're currently in discussion with Janeway to offer a similar plugin. So if you currently use OMP, it is convenient to manage your metadata in Tote. You also get all output formats, including MARC, Onyx, CSV, BibTeX, and KBART. And Tote can also generate Crossref DOI deposits for easy metadata upload to Crossref. And perhaps most importantly, there is no platform lock-in. We never want to become a piece of software that will not let you leave. If you want to move to a different platform, you can simply output all of your metadata records in any format you want and move elsewhere. Then we offer our Tote Plus A package. So this package includes everything in Tote Free, as well as file hosting via a content distribution network under the publisher's domain to facilitate distribution of your files. Tote Open Metadata is a Crossref sponsor, and we offer Crossref membership and automated DOI deposits at no additional fee. And unlike other platforms, DOI deposits can be done under the publisher's own prefix. Also included is automated distribution through our partnership with OAPM, again at no additional fee, as well as indexing in the database of open access books as part of the Trusted Platform Network. We'll also archive works permanently in the Internet Archive. And finally, our Tote Plus B package offers everything in Tote Plus A, plus distribution to a host of repositories including JSTOR, Project Muse, Google Books, ProQuest eBook Central, EBSCOhost, and then indexes such as Clarivate Web of Science Book Citation Index, JISC Knowledge Base, EBSCOhost Knowledge Base, and OCLC Knowledge Base. The Tote Open Archive Network offers robust archiving solutions to ensure the long-term preservation of open access publications. And publications will be automatically archived in the Internet Archive and Zenodo. So Tote Plus packages prices for A and B are available on our website. Because metadata of back catalogues is often lacking data fields that are essential for proper distribution and cataloguing, we also offer bespoke services to publishers, such as custom metadata ingest and verification, and the creation and enrichment of metadata. We also work together with publishers to offer bespoke distribution of their metadata to platforms not included in our standard packages, and also offer website and catalogue creation and hosting via a white label website package, which is available under an open license via our GitHub. So any publisher can use their metadata records in Tote to create a fully functioning online catalogue. Tote's white label approach to website and catalogue hosting is already being used in Tote's own website and metadata catalogue, whilst also powering an increasing number of publisher websites, such as the one by the Open Book publishers, and consortia such as the Netherlands University Presses. With open access rapidly becoming the mainstream mode of scholarly publications, including monographs and edited collections, integrating open metadata management into book production workflows, library cataloging systems, and long-term preservation solutions is gaining more importance and urgency. So this poster image showcases the metadata workflow, that's the red arrows, of a collection of small and scholar-led publishers through the use of the Tote platform. We show here how metadata is ingested, managed, and exported to a variety of platforms, including, but not limited to, collectives such as the Open Book Collective, how DOIs get auto-registered with Crossref for books and chapters alike, how Tote integrates persistent identifiers such as ORCID and RAW, how ebook content is automatically distributed to aggregators such as Project Muse, OAPEN, EBSCOhost, ProQuest eBook Central, JSTOR, and Google Books. How metadata is automatically indexed with OCLC Knowledge Base, DOAB, JISC Knowledge Base, and Clarivate Web of Science Book Citation Index, and how publications are archived in open repositories such as the Internet Archive and Zenodo through the Tote Open Archiving Network, which is a novel, open, transparent, and auditable alternative to long-term sustainable archiving. Metadata is a crucial part of the open access publishing process, and publishers that are using Tote's services highlight a central need for them. Tote's open services are seen as unique, important elements in the open access book ecosystem that build on existing infrastructure and connect to existing services. The response from the field to Tote services has also been very positive. All of the repositories mentioned also generate usage metrics. Because many of the publishers using Tote rely on some sort of library funding program, for example through the Open Book Collective, these metrics are important data points that help publishers attract and retain funding. Furthermore, these metrics often show the widespread access that open access materials allow for, so it is important to gather and represent them in a comprehensive manner. So far, there is no comprehensive open software solution to do so, but recently Tote Open Metadata has teamed up with the Operus Metrics Service, OAPEN's Book Analytics Service, and the University of Michigan Press's Metrics Dashboard to develop unified usage metrics, open infrastructure under the banner of Operus. We hope that by next year this will have resulted in a comprehensive open metrics dashboard representing the usage data from the repositories that Tote distributes data and metadata to. We are currently also working on several consortial projects, including a project with the consortium of 6 Dutch university presses to create a shared national open book catalogue, and with Selo Livros in Latin America to create a shared regional online catalogue and collective metadata management and dissemination. I'll now pass this presentation over to one of Tote's directors, Vincent, who will then talk about the future of Tote Open Metadata.
All right, thanks, Hannah. Maybe you can go to the next slide. I think there's something there. All right, so what are we currently working on? Much of the distribution pipeline to online repositories remains unautomated. Unless this changes, distribution of open access materials cannot properly scale up. So we are working with several repositories to develop and connect to their APIs to reduce manual labor. We are also developing a multilingual interface to facilitate non-English users of Tote and the recording of multilingual metadata so that you can actually have multiple languages for the same field. Titles, such as titles, for example, or institutions. In order to connect to open knowledge graphs such as OpenAir or OpenAlex, we are also developing a new API to expose our entire database via the OAI PMH protocol, as well as the Open Publication Distribution System Catalog format and BibFrame. And we're also exploring and expanding our publisher-facing solutions by supporting legal deposit and ISBN registration in different national contexts. Next slide. And final slide. Finally, and for me personally, I find this a very exciting prospect, and I would love to have also feedback from those in the audience listening who are intrigued by this idea, is that we are now starting to think beyond our publishing-facing solutions. The open database model of Tote also offers the possibility to develop library-facing solutions in the form of an open source format-agnostic platform for collective library metadata management. Many commercially available library cataloging solutions operate on the basis of the fundamental unit of the record. And this is also an item that often remains copyrighted in one way or the other, and as the product that commercial metadata providers offer to libraries. But our current metadata flows no longer operate on that level. The introduction of persistent identifiers and multiply connected and dependent databases means that a static record, quote unquote, is no longer the main unit of recording, editing, and saving metadata. And we also believe that it's useless to copyright such a fluid thing. At the same time, all over the world, academic libraries curate, edit, and supplement the same metadata over and over again without being able to openly share their label with others because of the copyrighted status of the underlying record and its proprietary database, thus creating an enormous global inefficiency, while at the same time the volume of metadata with the advent of digital publishing continues to grow. So what we need is not a marketplace where different commercial solutions vie to lock in libraries into a specific proprietary platform, but an open, collectively managed metadata commons that allows libraries to share metadata. This is what Toad Open Metadata is investigating next, together with a host of like-minded open infrastructures, and I'm looking forward to your suggestions, input, and collaboration. And also speaking for Toby and Hannah, if I may, thank you very much for attending, and we are happy to answer any questions, queries, comments, suggestions on what's happening with Toad.